I now want to shift focus, take you all the way from Jammu and Kashmir to Tamil Nadu, and it's a huge setback to the M.K. Stalin government. The Madras High Court has upheld the lighting of the Deepam atop the Thiruparankundaram hill in Madurai. So that's actually pulling up the state government for what the court called, what is being called as a politically motivated obstruction. The court slammed the government's law and order argument, calling it an imaginary ghost, cleared a centuries-old religious practice, dealing a blow to the DMK stand. The DMK, however, has said they will move the Supreme Court. They've signaled that this legal battle is far from over. And Union Minister Piyush Goyal, he was quick off the block. He's accused the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and Udayanidhi Stalin of appeasement politics. He's actually targeted the opposition India Alliance. He said that they are anti-Hindu against the Sanatan Dharma.
In a crushing blow to the Stalin government and in a big win for Hindu outfits, the Madras High Court has rejected the state government's petition blocking the lighting of the Deepam atop the Thiruparankundaram in Madurai. The court said that the ancient Deepa throne sits on the Devasthanam temple land and upheld the devotees' right to light the Deepam. The High Court slammed the DMK government, saying that peace can't be breached unless it is state-sponsored, and warning that the state should not stoop for political goals. It also accused the administration of attempting to pit two communities against each other and labeled the Waqf Board's claim on the land as mischievous. The bench stressed that the government is responsible for public peace and concluded with a message for all: let there be light, not fight.
ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் மீடியேஷன்ங்கிற பேரில் பீஸ் கமிட்டிங்கிற பேரில் மக்களை இன்னும் பிளவு தான் படுத்துறீங்களே தவிர ஒற்றுமையை உருவாக்குறதுக்கு நீங்கள் எந்தவித அதனால் தமிழ்நாடு அரசாங்கம் இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் இந்துக்களுக்கு எதிரான முருக பக்தர்களுக்கு எதிரான ஒரு நிலைப்பாடை செயல்படுத்திட்டு இருக்கீங்க.
வெவ்வேறு காரணங்களால வெவ்வேறு தரப்பினுடைய அப்பீல்னால இது ரெண்டு தரப்பு கூடிய ஒரு பெரிய பிரிவினை ஏற்படுத்தின மாதிரியான ஒரு சூழ்நிலை இருக்குது. ஒட்டுமொத்தமாக இது தமிழக இந்துக்களுக்கு, தமிழகத்தினுடைய முருக பக்தர்களுக்கு, ஒட்டுமொத்த முருக பக்தர்களுக்கு கிடைத்திருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய வெற்றி.
The controversy arose over whether the Kartigai Deepam could be lit near a dargah, with the DMK citing law and order fears, a claim that the court dismissed as baseless. Justice G.R. Swaminathan, who delivered the earlier single-judge verdict approving the Deepam, had said that he hoped to light the lamp himself one day. The opposition hailed the High Court decision, calling out the DMK for blatant misuse of power and urging the government to respect the rule of law.
Justices G. Jayachandran and Justice K. Ramakrishnan have shown that the DMK and the India Alliance is anti-Hindu and directed that the lamp be lit at the hilltop.
But the Deepam war is still not over, as the DMK government is challenging the High Court verdict in the Supreme Court.
We are respecting the sentiment of the people. Most of the Tamil people have the same feeling that there is no such previous incident, that there is a lighting of the lamp in the stone at the top of the Thiruparankundaram hill.
The lighting of the Kartigai Deepam continues to remain a big flashpoint ahead of the upcoming assembly polls in Tamil Nadu.
The verdict by the single judge G.R. Swaminathan is upheld, and the petitioner claims this as a huge victory for law. While the court has also stated that political agenda cannot be a play for the government and maintaining law and order is the subject of the state. On the other hand, the DMK government clearly says that it will move the top court, which means the issue has not yet ended. With Irfan, Pramod Madhav, for India Today.
And joining me now on India First, Ramakrishnan Rajagopal, former IAS officer and spokesperson of the Tamil Nadu BJP. Also with me is Salem Dharanidharan, DMK spokesperson. Gentlemen, welcome. Salem Dharanidharan, if I may, the bench categorically held lighting of the Kartigai Deepam is an essential religious practice of the temple. The court ruled that this practice falls squarely within the religious freedom of the Subramania Swami temple. Is there then merit in the BJP saying that the actions of the Stalin government and the wider India alliance are essentially anti-Hindu, sir?
Who is BJP or the RSS to decide who is Hindu and who is not a Hindu? Tamil Nadu, India is 85% Hindu and BJP's vote share is 37%, which means majority of Hindus have not voted for the BJP itself. And secondly, if they stand alone, their vote share is less than 5% in Tamil Nadu, which is again more than 90% Hindu state, which means the majority of the Hindus voted for the DMK. So the question that BJP can call someone a Hindu or anti-Hindu is preposterous. DMK has done more for temple than anyone else have done. We have introduced people of all castes can become priests in Tamil Nadu by the DMK government. Pension for the priests, DMK government. 4,500 crores of temple land has been recovered, DMK government. This is an historical practice. For more than 100 years, the practice has been in Uchipilya temple, and the site is an example for the globe on religious harmony. At the foothills, there are Muslim brothers and Hindu brothers having their shops. When the Deepam is being lit in Uchipilya temple, Muslims also go, and the functions in Dargah, Hindu also go. As an example to the world and the country on religious harmony. And the petitioner has a political motive because he's a politician, is not a devotee. Right? He's from a Hindu Munnani. Or if Hindu Munnani is representing Hindus, then Hindus should have voted for them. They have their ideology in place. So that doesn't mean that he's representing. He wanted to create communal disharmony there. We have seen how the 90s, the template from Ayodhya, how the riots happened, and then Gyan Vapi, list goes on. Before election, there is an attempt to create violence. And as a state government,
You're saying it's an attempt to create violence ahead of elections. Mr. Rajagopal, the DMK intends to challenge this verdict in Supreme Court. Go on, sir. Okay, last 30 seconds. Go on, complete your point, sir.
I am saying Hindus do not have a problem. The Muslims do not have a problem. So then what is the problem? Why is the petitioner...
Sir, if the Hindus and the Muslims don't have a problem, why did the government then stop it? If nobody has a problem, why did the government seek prohibitory orders in place and stop it? But let me bring in Mr. Ramakrishnan Rajagopal to respond to that, because the DMK, sir, intends to challenge this verdict in Supreme Court. DMK, as you heard Mr. Salem Dharanidharan say, they've done more for Hindus than any other party, and their 50% vote share indicates they have the support of the people. They're listening to all sides and ensuring law and order is maintained, sir.
I'll just explain the case in a second. This case has been won through the legal process. There has been no use of force, there has been no use of violence. Secondly, the property entirely belongs to the Hindus. This was decided in 1920. And lighting a lamp anywhere on the Hindu property is the right of every Hindu. It's not a question of the temple or X or Y. If I would like to light a temple in my Hindu property, I should have the right to practice my religion the way I want. And so it is actually an infringement, or they are actually curbing my right to practice my religion. And that is exactly the problem with the DMK, because it is anti-Hindu in character. Now, I would have expected that the party would have accepted the division bench judgment. Now, what happened last time was they attributed the judgment to a particular judge and his leanings towards a particular affiliation or an association. Now, it has been decided by the division bench of the High Court, and you can't attribute motives to this judgment. Now, where is the question? Now, you go to the Supreme Court, which clearly shows the anti-Hindu character of the party. Basically, they want to prevent or they want to actually curb the rights of the Hindus, and that's exactly the problem. It is not a question of whether...
Let me get Mr. Dharanidharan to respond to that. Now that the division bench has given a verdict, why is the MK Stalin government intending to challenge this in Supreme Court, unless, as Mr. Piyush Goyal indicates, this is Muslim appeasement politics of the India alliance? And why should anybody have an issue if Hindus want to light a Deepam and follow their religious practices, sir?
So there is no appeasement policy in Tamil Nadu because we don't differentiate people based on religion. There's only one identity, there's the Tamil identity. That's point number one. Point number two, it is not about Deepam lighting. Deepam has always been lit there in Uchipilya temple, irrespective of which party is in power. It happened during the Congress, DMK, ADMK, DMK. That is very clear. It is about, it has to be lit somewhere else. That is the problem. Changing the culture and custom of the temple. who will decide? Who will decide whether Deepam has to be lit? The temple authorities, the priest, they all wanted to be lit in the Uchiplaya temple itself. So what is the complication here? What is the issue here? Has the majority of the Hindus come and said, no, we don't want to light that? Toothy miscreants are the ones who want to do it, and BJP has taken up this issue because the election, they want to falsely claim that DMK is anti-Hindu because somehow we have given that authority falsely to the BJP that they represent the Hindus, which is, in my opinion, preposterous. BJP does not represent the Hindus. Hindus represent themselves. I am a Muruga devotee, so I wanted to be lit in Uchiplaya temple. Who is someone else? How is someone a superior Hindu to tell that I have to listen to him? You answer this
Fair
question to
enough,
me.
but the
How is
court
someone
observed,
a
and let me
superior
just give you
Hindu?
court observation. The court, Mr. Dharan, said that the state has no authority to interdict such practices by invoking prohibitory orders, which incidentally the state did, when the land on which the practice is sought to be performed does not belong to any objector, to the objector. But Mr. Rajagopal, the Thiruparanthandram hill has historically been hailed as a haven of Hindu-Muslim coexistence, as Mr. Dharan points out. It's hosting the Subramanya Swami temple, the Kashi Vishwanath temple, and also that 17th century Sikandar Badusha Dargah. They're accusing the BJP of fomenting trouble for electoral gains, sir.
Absolutely not. You see, the BJP is not interested in creating any trouble on this issue. It's only a simple question of violation of fundamental rights of people of Tamil Nadu, particularly the Hindus of Tamil Nadu. I, as a Hindu, would like to light a lamp on the hill at some point within the Hindu property. I am not getting into the Muslim area at all. When I don't, if I have that right, I have that fundamental right according to the Article 25 of the Constitution. The state can curb my rights only if my actions result in violation or in disruption of public order. I am not disrupting public order in any way. It's not a question of the BJP or the Hindu Munani. It's a question of every Hindu having his right to practice his religion the way he wants. If a Muslim or a Christian or any other community person has that right, why not the Hindu? Why are the Hindus in Tamil Nadu being treated like second-class citizens by the DMK?
No,
That
they're
is the
not
question.
being.
So that's a grave charge. Last 30 seconds, Hindus are being treated as second-class citizens by DMK, and that is the politics of the Indie alliance, or the alliance that is being seen as anti-Hindu, Mr. Dharan, according to the BJP.
Which is a false claim. That is what I've been saying from the beginning. That who gave BJP the authority to represent the Hindus? It's not the Hindu matter. It is BJP wants to politically manipulate the situation. Why are we going to the higher court? Because there is always a procedure that justice cannot be only found in one place. That's why you have a sessions court, district court, high court, and a Supreme Court. So from high court, we are going to the Supreme Court, which is not wrong. But a philosophical question is also that as an elected government, we are not ordained from God. We are elected government. So we have to listen to the people. And we feel, we know the pulse of the people, and we feel that people wanted to coexist like how it has been existing. Point number one.
Fair
Point
enough.
number two, it is also duty of my government to maintain law and order. So it is possible
Why
that my
should
police
law and order be
institution,
impacted if everyone's in communal harmony, if Hindus are also happy, Muslims are also happy? Why should there be a law and order issue? But perhaps we'll have to leave that for another time, because I run out of time on this part of the debate. But in the end, I just want to quote you what the Honorable High Court said, especially on the single judge order. They said Justice G.R. Swaminathan's order does not create a new religious practice, but merely enables the exercise of an existing right on temple-owned land. Why should there be a law and order issue if everyone's living in communal harmony? I will leave our viewers to give their opinion on that, and we'll track the story closely.